end of last year, volumes did keep increasing, but obviously with COVID and early this year, they came down. Will be interesting to see what's happened with this quarter, because the agents are still telling us that they're quite active. So the number of the volumes will be interesting to see. Median prices are a little bit of a roller coaster, but that's right across the Ipswich City Council. It varies from one end to the other. A lot of the stock in Ipswich sits between that $300,000 and $400,000 bracket. There is some really good stock still sub 300, but then there's also some really good areas that are above 4 through to $1 million sort of thing. Yeah, there's some good stock in that other sections, but the main bunch of Ipswich City Council seems to sit in that $300,000 to $400,000 bracket, so it's in that affordable range. The units, again, a lot of this is developer stock. There is a lot of developer stock still out at Ipswich, so unfortunately you can't pick the resales out from the developer stuff, but again, still that trend is still there. The sub 300 will be the majority of the resales. The stuff between 300 and 400 will be developer stock. Vacant land. This one's going to be really interesting. There's still a lot. I've got a lot of subdivisions where there's still a lot of big growth happening. So there's a lot of estates out in my area that have got years still to go. So again, most properties are in that sub 300 branch. So they're all fairly affordable. But a lot of the developers have already told me that with the announcement of the home builder grant, they've had a massive spike of inquiry. So I had a look on the Ipswich City Council website just to see, because I thought I'd tick on the applications box and just see what's going on. And they're all the civic work projects that are underway, all the things that have got developments happening on them. Quite a bit of work happening still, quite a few applications before council. And I also saw on there that they're expecting the population growth of Ipswich to more than double by 2040. So they are still expecting an awful lot of growth and expansion. And there was only found 2 or 3 development sites that have actually settled in the last 6 months. So that one I thought was interesting. A lot of the developers that are developing have already got the land, but I only found a couple of little boutique ones that have recently transacted. So maybe through this COVID, they have the big land sales have stopped. Ipswich Council also had an announcement on there that they've received $200 million in Queensland Government funding for the COVID funding, which they were going to be putting towards playground redevelopments to do job creation. So, and the council just announced the budget as well, and I think it was like a 2.5% increase in rates that got announced this week. They are concerned, though, like most areas, about the jobs unemployment rate increasing. So that was one thing that they were concerned about.